morning, everybody. I guess before I start the video, I should actually let you guys see the finished product, since all of you have been waiting and it's dry now. So there is the floor. It's all shiny. See how shiny it is? Anyway, it's all dry. Good to go. We'll move everything back in here probably tomorrow. And yeah, 2-day project. Turned out pretty good. Anyway, I'm going to run in the garage here. We'll continue this video. See you there. Hi guys. Today's video might be a little controversial to some people. And some people are going to get exactly where I'm coming from with this. But anyway, over the past few weeks, I have posted quite a few little short videos of motorcycle accidents, right? And ask, who was at fault and so on. And, one of those was a guy doing burnouts, and he basically loses it and he high sides and crashes. And another one is a couple of sport bikes, and they're on, look like a mountain road. There's a truck and then them two and a corner and a double yellow, and they both pass the guy, and the back guy like cuts in front of the truck and then ends up crashing. And then a couple more are just people having accidents on their motorcycle. Shit happens, right? And I've said this before, and I'll clarify this statement at the very beginning of this. The way I look at my life is I don't care what you do with your life. Now let me clarify that a little bit. I don't care what you do with your life as long as it doesn't affect my life negatively. Does that make sense? Years ago, I went for some training, and I was in the car. I drove. There was like 4 of us, and I knew for a fact that a couple of guys might have had some illegal substances on them. And so I looked at them and I said, look, I don't give a fuck if you bring that stuff, but I can tell you this much. If we get pulled over, you better jump on that sword. Because if this affects me, my kids, my family, then we're going to have a major fucking issue. And that's kind of how I look at life, right? I don't care what you do. It does not matter until the moment that it affects my life negatively because you're doing something that I deem as stupid or useless or whatever. But I got a lot of comments on the videos, especially the guy doing the stunts. He was on a public road. There was a bunch of bikes around him. But in the other lanes, there were cars. And one of the things they said was everybody on that ride knew what to expect. So if he crashed and took out one of them, that's just the way it is because, well, that's what they were out doing. And that's fine. What about the guy in the car across the road? What happens if he loses control and he winds up planting that in the windshield of that car? What then? Huh? The other thing is, does their insurance cover that? Like if they crash doing something like that, that's on video nonetheless, does the insurance company go, well, they weren't operating that vehicle correctly, we're not going to cover the damages to the guy's car? I say that because here's another question. I put a question out on Facebook this week, and it was, how old were you when you got your motorcycle license? And you guys probably heard me tell the story of when I was a kid. To get my license, I had to go take the written test. Once I took the written test, then I got a permit. The permit would allow me to ride during the day and without a passenger. And then until I was ready to take my driving test. And then I went back to the license bureau and I took my driver's test. Once I passed the driver's test, state patrolman watched me do the little maneuvers in the parking lot. Once I got that done, I passed and I had my full driver's license, motorcycle license, and I could ride at night with a passenger, whatever. And then there's been a lot of people that said, you know what? In my day, you didn't need a motorcycle license. I was grandfathered in. After a certain age in my state, you never needed a motorcycle license. Fair enough. But then there are a lot of people out there that are like, I'm riding dirty. Basically, they're saying, I'm riding without a motorcycle license. Again, I don't care until we go to Sturgis and you're in Sturgis and you by accident lose control of your bike and you come sliding across the highway and you hit me and my wife and we're injured and in the hospital, and your insurance company goes, what were you doing riding a motorcycle? You don't even have a license to ride a motorcycle. We're not going to cover that. Then who's screwed in that deal? I am. That's where my issue is. So that's kind of my question. I know we always think about ourselves and what we're doing, but do you ever think of what we're doing, what it might do to somebody else's life, right? That's why I tell you guys, when you're getting motorcycle insurance, insure yourself. That's what I'm doing. In case you are riding dirty and you crash into me, I'm going to have enough insurance that covers me, because I know I'm the last on your list. But anyway, what do you guys think about that, right? What do you guys think of people doing stunts and, the whole, like, I know they do it a lot on Tell the Dragon. If they get behind a car that's going slow, they feel like they should be able to ride Tell the Dragon fast. In fact, some of the people came on and said, well, that truck didn't yield. Well, last I checked, if I'm doing the speed limit in a vehicle, I don't need to yield to you. You're only supposed to be doing the fucking speed limit anyway. Now, as a person that never does the fucking speed limit, I get it. But I can't be mad at somebody else that is obeying the law, because I can't recklessly break the law because they're not going as fast as I would like them to. Oh, and they're not pulling over to get out of my way because I want to break the law. Sorry, I just don't see it the same way. When I was a kid and I was on a sport bike, I rode like a fucking idiot. I didn't get mad at other people for being in my way. I waited my turn and I passed, or whatever that was. But the older I get, the more I look at that and the more I'm like, I was a fucking idiot. Why did I ride like that? Why did I act like that? Why did I put myself at risk? Again, that affects me. But why did I put everybody else at risk? That affects them. They had nothing to do with it. That's like me. You went to Sturgis and crashed into me. I had nothing to do with you crashing into me, but yet I have to suffer the consequences because you did X, Y, and Z, and I didn't even have enough insurance to cover me, make me whole again. Not to mention I may be disabled forever, right? That's a risk I take riding a motorcycle. No doubt about it. I take a risk every time I throw my leg over a motorcycle, but I want to lower that risk by people not doing knuckleheaded stuff. On bikes, cars, trucks, planes, trains, I don't care. I don't want you acting stupid on the road next to me. One of the worst things for motorcycle riders is distracted drivers. How many people do you ride by and they have their phone in their hand and they're looking at their phone? Or what about the big TV now that comes in the center console of cars, right? That's to control the car. But they all know how to play movies and stuff on there. So they're watching a movie while they're cruising at 70 miles an hour beside me on my motorcycle. Yeah, another one of those things that I'm the one that's going to pay for it if you fuck up. So I'm not a big fan. Anyway, that's it, guys. It was like a bitch fest, wasn't it? I didn't mean it to be that way. I just want people to think. I want people like us to think, how do we protect ourselves? And I want people like them to think, what the hell am I doing? I'm endangering all these other people. Anywho, that's it. The end. We'll see y'all tomorrow.